Good evening, everyone. So, am I audible? Am I audible? Anybody? Please respond. Yeah.
Yes, you are. You're audible.
Okay. So, we'll wait for 5 more minutes. Others will join.
Good evening, everyone. Let us just wait for a few more minutes so that more people can join. We'll start at 6:05. Okay. Yeah, hi. So good evening. So we missed one session for week 3. So if you have any questions, if you have any doubts on week 3, you can ask. if you do not have any questions, we will start off with the topics for week 4. That was our plan. Yeah, Anand, you want to take over?
Yes, ma'am. So if anybody have doubts in week 3, you can ask. Otherwise, I will start with week 4 content.
Sir, I have a doubt about, I had put it up on Discourse forum. It was about new console, and I got a reply saying it's a singleton object. I didn't understand what a singleton object meant.
Okay, so actually, singleton, not singleton object, singleton class. So singleton class means for that class, we are able to create at most one object for that class. That is called singleton class.
So if I make a statement like console, my new console 1 equal to system.console, and console, my console 2 equal to system.console, what does my console 1 and my console 2 refer to? Because now I have given two variable names. Are they referring to the same object, or what are they referring to? Or will there be an error?
Can you repeat once?
So there's this piece of code, like I want to take read line or read a user's password, right, from the system console. So when I create something like a new string, I say string XYZ equal to new string. But in case of console, I say system CONS equal to system.console, open and close parenthesis, right? So when I give CONS as a variable name to address my system console, what if I make yet another declaration, instead of CONS, I have CONS1, CONS2, CONS3, they're all referring to the same thing, is it?
No, those are three different variables, no?
Yeah, now if there are three different variables and there it is a singleton class, as in there's only one object which can be created out of it. So in this case, how does this kind of compute, because I have three different variables now.
Okay, here variables means three reference variables, right?
CONS1, CONS2, and CONS3. That is what I'm calling variables.
Okay. So here, which class you are calling as a singleton class?
The system console class.
Okay, console class, right?
Yes.
Okay, so did you do you practice that particular example?
Yes, I did. I did. I'm just typing it out on the chat right now.
Okay.
To be clear, what I was referring to. I'm doing this on my phone. I request you to please kind of ignore any errors in terms of semicolon or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, I got it. So system.console. Okay. So
now I have two variables, CONS1 and CONS2.
Yeah. These two are different, no? So console CONS1 and CONS2. These two are two different objects of console class.
Correct. So why am I not using new as a declarator here?
Okay. So here actually console is there, no? System.console is there, no? Actually, here console is a method at right side. I'm talking about right side. System.console is there, no? So that is factory method actually. So factory method. So whenever you call system.console, here console is a predefined method. Okay, predefined static method which is available in the system class. Okay, so whenever you call this method, So this console method is going to create an object for console class and it will return it.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
But
actually here console is a factory method.
I
And
do
here-
not understand what are factory methods, sir.
Okay. So here factory method is nothing. Actually factory method is a design pattern in Java. Okay. So that is entirely different concept. So here factory method will create an instance and it will return it. So here console is a factory method and it will create an object of the console class and it will return it. So here console is a predefined method, okay, which is available in the system class. Okay, here system is a predefined class which is available in the java.lang package.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so whenever you call, okay, so this console method, so automatically it will create instance internally. So here console is a predefined method, no? Okay, so it will create internally. Okay, so we no need to take care about the creation of the console class object. So just you need to call system.console in order to create an object. We are asking system class to create an object of console class by calling the console method.
But that's how we do it with strings as well, right? So strings ABC equal to new string. So the new seems to be missing here. That was my original query. But
Actually, there, okay, you have a chance to create an object directly using new operator. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here the system.console is this is okay factory method given by the Java API, okay, to create an object for console class. So you cannot create directly console class object. Okay, you have to ask your system class. Okay, so you are going to ask your system class. Okay, system is a predefined class which is available in the java.lang package. Already I told you, no? Okay, right. So here, system.console. Whenever you ask system.console, then it will create an object of console and it will return it. Okay, here console is a factory method. So factory method, what it will do? So it is going to create an object and it will return it. That's it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and calendar class is also there. If you have free time, you can also refer calendar class. You cannot create instance of calendar class directly. Okay. Yeah, so you should. Yeah, you should call. Yeah, you should call.
Query be, sir? What should my Google search query be? Because I'm confused about what to search for. Should I search for factory methods or should I search for new object creation without new? What should I? Can you help me with the Google search query? I will do that on my free time.
Yeah, simply you can search like factory method design pattern in Java.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And one more thing. So here, apart from console class, okay, if you want to create an object for calendar class, you cannot create calendar class object directly. Okay, so in calendar class you have get instance method. This is also get instance is also a factory method. Okay, you should call that method in order to create an object for calendar class. You can also find that. Okay,
got it, sir. Got it, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. If anybody have any queries,
Can you please explain polymorphism?
Okay. Okay. See here, polymorphism. So here polymorphism is nothing but ability to take more than one form. Okay, ability to take more than one form. Okay. So here polymorphism is two types. Okay. So compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. Okay. So already in previous session we discussed. Okay, so compile time polymorphism is achieved by using method overloading concept. Okay, method overloading concept. What is method overloading? Anybody? What is method overloading?
Different objects could use the same method. One is the plus method, right? So depending on which object that is used, the method actually could be quite different. And as I understand, it is basically taken as a collection of the instance variables as well as what is being parametered. The method name as well as the parameters together, they determine which method will be used.
Okay. See, so here method overloading is nothing but here method name is same. Okay, method name, same method exists multiple times in your Java program. Okay, with different parameters. Okay, different parameters. Already we discussed in previous session. Okay, in previous session, how you are going to differentiate. Okay, how you are going to differentiate your method, same method. How method is going to overload in your class with the same name. Okay, already we discussed in previous class. Okay, so 1 second. Here, this one. Week 3. Yeah, here it is. So we discussed in yeah. Yeah, no problem. So I will type here using Notepad. Yeah. For suppose here public void show. Okay. So this is one method. Okay. Show is one method. Okay. Next here public void show. Okay. Public void show. So same method I repeated with the same name. Okay. Here you can overload. Okay. Overload a method. Okay. So like this means the number of parameters should be different. Okay, number of parameters should be different in order to overload the method. Okay, and
Yes.
you can also overload a method with a different type of parameters. Okay, see here string A. Okay, here parameters name is same. Okay, here parameters, here number of parameters are different. Okay, so here 0 parameters, here 1 parameter. Okay, so this is one way of overload the method. And here coming to 2 and 3. See here number of parameters are same, but type is different. Okay, type is
Yes.
different.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Next, you can also overload like this public void show. Okay, so int a comma. Okay, string b. Okay, sorry, string b and public void show string a comma int b. Now see here, this is also another way of overloading the polymorphism. Sorry, method overloading. See here public void show int a string b. Here also int and string are there, but here count is same, type is same, but order of parameters is different. Okay, order of parameters means its type. Okay, its type is different. Here int string, here string and int.
Yes. Sir.
Okay, so this
Yes.
is what this is what compile time polymorphism. Okay, compile time polymorphism. Here in method overloading, okay, in method overloading, same method existing in the same class, in the same class with a
With
different
a different
signatures.
parameter.
Yeah, simply we can call different signatures.
Signatures. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir, can I do it by changing the return type?
Yeah, in previous session, we discussed no. So public, int show like this also. Okay, like this also. But here parameters should be different. Okay, so here int a comma int b, like this.
Sir, I have a question. The return type is also affecting the signature. So why do parameters have to be different? Because the signature of the function is changing.
No, here return type is won't affect. Only these parameters will affect. Already we discussed in previous session about
Anand,
this.
I will just try to answer that question.
Okay.
So who asked that question? Can you just name?
Vivek.
Yeah, Vivek. So the thing is, like, if you are invoking this function show, right? So
Right.
whether you need to have, I mean, which function are you invoking is not clear, right? The return
Right.
type is clear. So when you say C equal to show of something, then at that time Java cannot decide because this is done during the compile time. So during runtime, if you simply say show, then it means that it is not taking anything. If you say C equal to show, then it is taking the one with int as the return type, right? That is not possible in Java. Compile time, this association happens. That's why Anand was saying like this is compile time polymorphism.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Anand, carry on.
Okay. Okay, is it clear? Compile time polymorphism and method overload. So if
Sir,
it is
both are
okay,
clear. Yeah.
okay, I will explain runtime polymorphism. Okay.
Sir, so both are same.
No, both are different. Method overriding and method overloading both are different.
Okay, sir. Carry.
Okay. So see here. So here class A is there. So public void show. So this is one method. Okay. And class B. Okay. Here class B is inherited from class A. Okay. Class A. Here class B also, okay, has same method like this. Okay. So method overriding is nothing but same method exists in both superclass and subclass with same name and same signature. Means here the number of parameters also should be same.
Same.
Then only it is called method overriding. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. For suppose int A here. So here if you have int A, then only it is called method overriding. For suppose here public void show and a public void show int AR. So this is not what method overriding. Okay, this is not method overriding. Okay, so same method, okay, exists in both the superclass and subclass with same name and same signature. Okay, then it is called method overriding. Okay, here these methods, okay, are going to bind at a runtime only based on the which object is going to call this particular method. Okay, already we discussed about dynamic polymorphism, no? Sorry, dynamic method dispatch.
Dynamic binding, right?
Yeah, dynamic.
See here, the runtime difference could be because if it is class A, right, to instantiate a class object of class A, I can use new of class A or class B.
Yes, yes.
So that way, dynamically only we will know, right, what is the actual underlying method to be called.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So if anybody have doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will continue with the week 4 content.
Sir, I have doubt in question 9 of practice assignment.
Okay, 1 second.
Question 9 and 10.
Okay, 1 second. I'm going. I hope my screen visible, right?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. Question 9, right?
Yes, sir.
This one, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is your doubt?
Sir, I am not getting that how is constructor is calling, like how these show methods are overriding or overloading.
Yeah. See here, actually here, A obj1 is equal to new B of, you are passing some double value here, 2.718, no? So now object of B is created, no? This object is going to hold in a superclass reference, is possible. Okay, so superclass reference variable, okay, so is capable of holding the subclass object. Okay, so whenever, okay, you created an object like this, so automatically constructor is going to call. Okay, so new b of, so now control will come to here. Now here e of variable e is going to, okay, initialized with the, okay, whatever the value in the num. So actually you are passing what, 2.718, no? So now e is going to, okay, initialize with this value. Okay, so after that, okay, so you are going to cast, okay, this object to a here. Okay, after that b like this. Okay, yeah. Now, so whenever you are going to call ptr 1 dot show, ptr 2 dot show, ptr 3 dot show, okay, actually all these are referring to the subclass only, because here obj1, okay, is referring to, okay, is referring to subclass only. Okay, is referring to subclass only. So that's why, okay, so in these three cases it is going to call show method from the subclass.
Sir, then this typecast doesn't mean anything. Like in a ptr1 is equals to a object in this line.
Okay, this line you are talking about, this line.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here
So, like,
actually,
we have typecast
yeah,
the object.
yeah, I got your point.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
actually here the method calling is, okay, method calling is decided by the, okay, so object only, no? So runtime creation of the object only, no? So that's why it is calling this show method here. Okay, yeah, even though we are casting it to the parent class, okay, it will call from the subclass only. Is it clear?
So, sir, what will be the syntax if we have to call the show method of class A? Like,
Okay, you want to call, yeah, you can directly create an object for class A and you can call, no?
class
So
A.
directly,
Okay.
otherwise you can call directly new a of, okay, so new a of show.
Okay, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, simply, one second, simply new a of dot show. You can call directly like this. If you want to call,
Hello.
okay, this parent class one. Okay, so here, see here, actually you have what? So default constructor here. If it is have some parameter, then you need to pass that corresponding argument here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, in subclass, actually here constructor is defined with a double parameter. So that's why while creation of an object, you are passing this argument here. Okay. So if you want to call show method from superclass, directly you can call like this. You no need to pass any parameters. Why? Because here constructor is defined with no parameters.
Okay.
Is it
Got
clear?
it, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So 10th, next one, 10th one, no? Yeah. Yeah. What is your doubt here? In this program? Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. What is your doubt in this program?
Sir, sir, I have doubt in this m1 dot display. Sir, what will be happening in m1 dot display?
Yeah, yeah.
Why it is showing?
Yeah, yeah. Why it is showing error? Actually, in previous session we discussed. So I will recall it once again. See, actually, here in previous discussion, so we discussed about runtime polymorphism, no? Okay, method overriding. Okay, same method exists in both superclass and subclass. Okay, but here, see here, mammal m1 is equal to new, okay, endangered. Okay, now what happened here at runtime? Okay, object is created for what? This subclass.
Class.
Okay, and it is going to, okay, hold in the superclass
M1.
reference variable m1. Okay, So whenever you call m1 dot show, okay, m1 dot show, okay. So here show method is already available in, okay, this subclass, no. So directly it is going to call from the subclass, okay, subclass. And here m1 dot display, okay, m1 dot display. So m1 dot display is what it is meaning is at compile time, m1 dot display means this display method from, okay, this display method from mammal, okay. Statically it is from what, mammal, but dynamically it is from what, endangered subclass. But m1 dot display here statically there is no, okay, there is no display method, okay, there is no method with name display in parent class. So compile time, compiler will check, okay. So m1 dot, here see here m1 dot show is there, no. Actually show method is, okay, defined in both superclass and subclass, okay. So compile time it is m1 dot show means show method from superclass actually, okay. And here in case of display method also m1 dot display means, okay, statically at compile time display method from superclass, but there is no superclass, there is no display method defined in the superclass, okay. So that's why it will generate the compile time error, okay. But
Yes,
at
sir.
runtime, so here which object is gets created here, which
Endangered.
object, okay, new endangered, no. Now
Endangered.
so based on the runtime creation of the object, okay, m1 dot show means now which class method show is going to call,
Endangered show method.
yeah, endangered show method. Now m1 dot display, okay, you are calling statically, but at compile time your compiler will check is there any display method is defined in your superclass or not.
Mammal class.
So yeah, there is no display method, so obviously it will be compile time error.
So,
For
sir, if we
suppose
define,
already display method, for suppose display method is also defined in the superclass, it won't generate any compile time error.
yes, sir.
Sir, but if display method is defined in endangered class, even then it won't display any error, right?
What, can you repeat once?
If display method is defined in endangered class, even then it won't show any error, right?
No, it will show the error, no, because m1 dot display means at compile time your compiler will check, okay, statically m1 dot display means display method from superclass, because here m1 is reference variable of the superclass. So that's why compiler will check m1 dot display is, okay, defined in the superclass or not, okay. But here m1 dot display means, for suppose display method is defined in superclass and subclass, okay, in both the classes display method is defined, for suppose. So whenever you compile your program, so at compile time, so m1 dot display means here display method from superclass only. So whenever you execute your program, so this object gets created at runtime. Now this m1, okay, m1 contain the object of, okay, subclass, so it is going to call display method from subclass, because here display method is called from the subclass, because here m1 holding the, okay, subclass object.
So,
Is it clear?
sir, simplify this if you can assess whether I'm right or wrong. So anything left of the equal to sign is compile time, and anything right of the equal to is runtime. Now, when it is compiling, it will check left of the equal to is M1 and mammal. So does it have a display function? If it has a display function, no compilation errors will throw up. But if it does not have a display function, then compilation errors will throw up.
Yes, obviously.
Okay,
Mammal, yeah.
Anand, I will just add one thing here. So see, mammal is a base class, right? So there may be a number of classes which are inheriting from mammal, right? And any of them could be having any number of functions, right? So at compile time, what it just checks is like, okay, you have an object of mammal, and you are calling m1.display. So does this mammal class have the method display? That's all the checking that happens during compile time. During runtime, as we've mentioned earlier, now this public static void main is added into the activation record, right? It stays in the stack. From there is a pointer which is going to the heap where it is pointing to object of the endangered class, right? During runtime, it tries to call the m1.display method. So suppose the display method was defined inside the mammal class also. Even then, during compile time, this will only check whether the display method is there in the base class, because that is the m1 is an object of mammal. During runtime, the object reference, or rather, there is an address which points to an object of the endangered class. And there you can see the display method. So while invoking, you invoke that method, which is the method inside the endangered class. But during compilation, it will only check whether this method is defined as part of the object variable that it has been created as. So for instance, this m1 is the object variable of mammal class. So it will just check something like, lookup kind of. It just checks whether, okay, this method is defined inside this class. Okay, I'm okay. During runtime is this invocation, like the actual invoking which method has to be invoked, the display method inside the endangered class or the display method inside the base class. So which has to be invoked as a decision which is taken during runtime. At that time, only the m1.display is invoked. So there may be a number of classes which are actually inheriting this mammal class, right? So there may be a number of methods which are defined in each of these classes. So at compile time, it is not logical enough to go and check in all the classes that has inherited this parent class. The parent class does not even need to know the existence of the child classes until it is runtime, right? So the child class definitely knows about the parent class because it has this extends keyword and it has this parent name and everything. But the parent class need not even be aware of all the child classes that has extended from it, that has inherited from it. So at compile time, all that happens is it checks whether such a method is there. It does not need to have any content also. It does not need to have any body. It just could be some two simple double braces, right? It means that it is there. It is defined there. That's it. But actually, which one to invoke? So endangered could be there, extinct could be there, or whatever. There are so many classes which are going to inherit mammal class. But each of them may have their own methods. It may not be the display method itself. It can have any number of methods. So at compile time, it does not go and check in every child class like it has been declared anywhere. It only checks in the parent class whether this method has been declared. That's it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am, I got it. I just have one minor doubt here. So a child class cannot have its own new methods that it has
it can have only thing. So then you have to say endangered E1 equal to new endangered, and then you can invoke that method E1 dot something.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, got it. I was being stupid. Thank you.
Yeah, and then carry on.
Yeah, this may be a silly question.
No,
where do you see this code? This is something in the backend for all the example code, or do we have access to
the
these?
front end? This is in the front end also.
Maybe a silly question. How do I get a view, list of all the programs that we have used? I maybe there in the resources. I may have missed it.
No, this is there in the practice questions, right? In your portal.
Okay.
You have attempted the practice assignment?
Yeah.
You have not seen this question?
No, I'm just saying, how do you get a selection of this, just the code itself? Right? That's why that was a question.
Oh, okay. So you wanted just the collection of code alone. I don't think we are collecting any. This is just the backend which we use to access. That's it. It's almost a similar interface here. Yeah. Anything else, anyone? Shall we start off with the week 4?
And could you explain typecasting?
Yeah. Okay. See here. So typecasting. Here we are going to
typecasting. Sorry. Okay. Ananya, carry on.
Yeah. So here we are going to convert. Okay, we are going to convert parent class reference.
One second. Anand, are you sharing? You're explaining the mammal example only, right?
No, ma'am. Just I am explaining it.
The screen is not visible if you're sharing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
See here, for example, so pub class, okay, class A. Okay, so class A here. So public, okay, void show. Okay, public void show. This is super class method and class B. So it is inherited from A. Okay, so inherited from A. Okay, now what I'm doing is here public void show. Okay, yeah, now public void show. I'm repeating same method in superclass and subclass. So this is method overriding. No, now what I'm doing is here public, okay, public void, okay, public void f1 for suppose this is okay one method. Okay, this is what, okay, so this is what its own method. Okay, so this is overriding method, okay, from the superclass, and it is its own method f1. Okay, now here I'm going to take one test class. Okay, so class test. Okay, class test. So main. Okay, so just I'm writing main, so don't think about its syntax. Yeah, now what I'm doing is I'm creating, okay, an object of subclass like this. Okay, new b of, okay, new b of. Now oa dot f1. Now you tell me, okay, those who asked this question, please answer this question. Yeah, now it is generated compile time error or it will execute it successfully. I'm asking, is there any compile time error or
there will be compile time error, sir.
Yeah. Why?
Because class A does not have F1 function.
Super. Okay. So OA dot F1 means statically at compile time, your compiler will look into the parent class for this F1. Okay. So there is no F1. Yep.
So we created object from B class.
Object gets created at which time? Runtime, no, not at compile time, no.
Can I answer this question, sir?
Yeah.
If the statement was B OA equal to new B, then it would not throw a compile time error. The statement is OA.
Yeah, like this, no? Like this, no?
Yes, then it would not be compile time error.
Yes. Yeah, just I'm telling in this point actually. Okay, so now OA dot F1. Okay, so definitely it will generate compile time error. Okay, in order to avoid this, what I'm doing is I'm converting, okay, this OA, okay, this OA into B. OA into B means here it is reference variable of which class? Reference variable of parent class. Okay, here reference variable of parent class, I'm typecasting it to child class like this. Okay, so now what happened? OA, okay, is going to convert it into B. Okay, now here F1 is going to call from the its subclass. Okay, so at compile time, okay, what happened? This reference variable is going to typecast it to B. Okay, now compile time error is going to resolve. Okay, here what I'm doing is, for suppose F1 is presented in both parent class and subclass, this casting is not required. Okay. For suppose F1 is okay only available in the subclass, and you created object like this, then casting is required like this.
Okay, and
yeah.
regardless of that, at runtime, the behavior will be the same.
Yes. Okay.
At runtime,
Okay, sir, I got it, sir.
At runtime, behavior will be the same provided the function does not occur in both class A and class B. Otherwise, it can be different because it might be class B which is calling it.
Can you repeat once?
The behavior of the function can be different if the function exists in both class A and class B.
Yes. Actually, here it is decided by the runtime creation of the object, no? And here implementation may be different, no, in superclass and subclass.
Right,
it
sir.
contains set of statements are different in base class and subclass. This F1.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just answering the previous person who spoke. They said.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Okay. Shall I start with week 4, or if anybody have any doubts, you can ask. Okay, shall I start with the week 4 content? Please respond.
So before that, I have a question about typecasting.
Okay.
So what are the rules for typecasting? What is allowed? What is not allowed?
You can convert the super.
Can I do it for any class? Okay, only superclass to a child class, subclass.
No. See here. Here, class parent. Okay. So class parent. Okay, like this, no. So class parent. Okay, I'm not writing anything here. So class child. Okay, class parent and class child, like this. Okay. Now here you can convert. Okay. So parent class to child class. Okay. You can cast from parent class to child class and child class to parent class also. Okay. Child class to parent class also. Okay. Both are possible. Actually here.
Okay.
Yeah. One second. Let me finish first. So
I can't do any other class, right? It has to be this relationship.
Yeah. Inheritance relationship only.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Is it clear?
For me, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir, but are int and float part of the same class? Because we can type. No. Sorry, wrong example.
Yeah, that is a different. That is a casting of data types. Okay.
Right.
Okay, this is casting of the classes. That is casting of the data types. Okay.
So, sir, can I assume it similar to type changing in Python?
Actually, I don't know Python much.
So, here we are changing class, one class to another class.
Yes.
Like we changing integers to string or string to integers in Python. So I compare it with Python. Am I right?
No, this is not changing. This is not mutating the data. The data is still staying the same, in my opinion. What you are talking about is in Python, you are converting it from one form to another. Here, you are just using another form of the particular class and then calling a function on it. That's my opinion. You can clarify, please.
Okay, it means we not permanently converted class, but we can use property of typecasted class to another class. No?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Shall I go with week 4 content?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. See here. So first lecture about abstract classes. Okay. So what is abstract class? Anyone? Just I want to know the definition. So if anybody go through the lecture, okay. So those people can answer. So what is abstract class? What is abstract class? Okay. Actually, abstract class. So abstract class. Okay. So here we have.
Object cannot be created, I think.
Hello.
Yes, a class whose object cannot be created.
Yeah,
Abstract
we
class.
cannot create an object for abstract class. Okay, this is one point. So abstract class. Okay. So if any class, okay, preceded by the keyword abstract, okay, it is called abstract class. Okay. So here we have several definitions for abstract class. Okay. So if any class has, sorry, if any class preceded by the keyword, okay, abstract, then it is called, okay, abstract class. So abstract class A. Okay. So then it is called abstract class. Okay. So another definition of abstract class. For suppose class A, okay, class A, I have a class like this, and I have one abstract method, a public, okay, abstract void show, like this. Then your class automatically become abstract. So if you try to compile your program like this, it will generate compile time error, because in your class you have one abstract method. So you should, okay, declare your class as abstract. Okay. So here abstract class may or may not contain abstract methods. Okay. So without having abstract methods also, you are able to declare a class as abstract. Okay. So abstract class. Okay. So here, if any class preceded by the keyword abstract, then it is called abstract class. Okay. So if any class has at least one abstract method, then it is class. Then it is called. Then it become, okay, abstract class automatically. If you try to compile your program, okay, okay. So without using abstract method, okay. So if the class has at least one abstract method in it, then your compiler is going to generate compile time error. Okay, you should use, okay, abstract keyword before your class, because your class has one abstract method. Okay. And here one question, sir, can I have, okay, can I have other methods apart from abstract method in abstract class? In abstract class, I have one abstract method like this. Okay. Apart from this, can I have, okay, fully implemented method like this, public void, okay, show, and it has some
Yes.
statements. Okay, it has some statements like this. Is it possible?
I think so. Yeah, this is possible. Yeah.
Yeah, this is also possible. Okay, means here abstract class, okay, may or may not contain what? Concrete methods. And abstract method may or may not contain abstract methods. And the abstract method may also contain what? Abstract methods as well, fully implemented methods. All are possible. Is it clear?
Sir, one doubt here.
Okay.
You've used public abstract void show and public void show. Can both of
Okay.
them coexist at the same time, considering the method names are the same?
Oh, sorry. Here, actually, I need to change name of this method. Okay. So public. So these two are actually, it is not possible. Okay. Because with the same parameters, not possible. No? So here I need to change like F1 like this.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. And you can overload it. No problem. Means like show int a comma like this. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now it is overloaded. No. Okay. Yeah. So what is abstract class? If any class preceded by the keyword abstract, then it is called abstract class. Okay. Now what I'm doing is copy. Okay. So these two are different. This one. Okay. So here, yeah. Here, abstract class contain what? Okay. Concrete methods. There is no abstract methods in it. Okay. Without having abstract methods, also we are able to declare a class as abstract. Okay. This is first point. Okay. And second point is, okay. Second point is, okay. Here, without concrete methods, okay. Okay. So without concrete methods, okay, with abstract methods, okay, you can declare a class as abstract. Okay. So here, whenever you declared at least one abstract method in your class, okay, definitely you should use abstract, okay, abstract keyword before your class. Means if your class has at least one abstract method, okay, then your class become abstract. And your abstract class, okay, may contain both, okay, concrete methods as well abstract methods, like this. Okay. Now my question, if I remove this, is there any problem in first here?
No, sir.
Why?
Because it doesn't have an abstract method.
Okay. Now I want to remove abstract here.
There's a problem because it has an abstract method.
Yeah. Now here.
Again, it has an abstract method, so there'll be a problem.
Okay. I hope it is clear. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just I am telling definition. Okay. I will tell you the exact usage of the abstract class using example. Just I want to tell you the definition. Okay. Yeah.
Sir,
in how many ways we can declare a abstract class?
sir,
Okay.
how do you call that concrete method when the class itself is abstract? How do you call that concrete method?
Yeah, I'll tell you in the example. Actually, you cannot create an object for abstract class directly. By using its subclass, you can create. Okay, by using
For the concrete method, we have to use a subclass using.
Yeah, definitely we should use the subclass instance. Okay, you cannot create an object for abstract class directly. Okay, you should use its subclass to call this method.
Okay.
Okay, got it? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now see here, abstract classes. Okay, I given definition of the abstract classes and what are the possible ways to create abstract classes also I explained in this example. Yeah. Now see here, sometimes we collect together classes under a common heading. Okay, so see here, why we need to collect the classes under common heading. Okay, for suppose we have some online some apps, food order apps like Swiggy, Zomato, Uber Eats. Okay, so like this Food Panda, like this we have different type of apps in order to get the food. Okay, so nowadays these are very famous, no? Swiggy, Zomato, and Uber Eats and Food Panda. Like this we have different apps. So here I'm going to take every app as a class and I am the user. Okay, I am the user. Okay, so I want to order the food from either Swiggy, Zomato or Uber Eats. Okay, all these are food order classes. Okay, all these are what? Food order classes. Okay, food order classes. Now I am the user. Means apart from these three classes, I am creating what? User class in order to make my order. Okay, in order to make my order. Okay, here user class is depend on what? Swiggy, Zomato and Uber Eats. Okay, so from which class he want to get the food. Okay, he can get. Okay, yeah. Now see, so this is my example. So here class Swiggy. Okay, class Swiggy. Here what is the method? Swiggy order. Okay, you ordered from Swiggy. And second method, what is the second method? Sorry, second class, Zomato. And third one is Food Panda. Okay, so every class, okay, every class has its own method. Okay, its own method. Swiggy order, Zomato order, Food Panda order. Okay, now I'm the person or user. Okay, I'm the person or user. Okay, so I want to get the food. Okay, I want to get the food from any one of this class, either Swiggy or Zomato or Food Panda. Okay, so my method is food order. Okay, food order. Okay, here I'm taking a reference of Swiggy as of now. Okay, Swiggy as of now. Now I'm able to call Swiggy order. Okay, Swiggy order. Okay, Swiggy order. Now what I'm doing is person is equal to new person of. Okay, I created an object for person class. Okay, person dot food order of new Swiggy. Here I'm passing but instance of the object of the Swiggy class. Now it is going to here control moves from line number 26 to line number 18. Okay, now this Swiggy contains the object of the Swiggy class. Now Swiggy dot Swiggy order. Now control will move from line number 19 to Swiggy class Swiggy order line number 3 here. Okay, now you are going to get you ordered from Swiggy. That is your output. Yeah, now so previous my order is not good. Okay, the food is not good. Now I want to change my order. I want to order from Zomato. Now in which in this code where to make the changes? Please tell me where I have to change, in which places? Please tell me the line numbers where I have to change.
18 and 19, sir.
Okay, only yeah. So
26
here
also, 26 also.
yeah, super. Here yeah, Zomato dot here Zomato order and a line number 26 also here, because so here what is the parameter here? It is reference variable of the Zomato. So you should pass here object of the Zomato here. That's it. Okay, now if you try to execute this one, yes, you ordered from Zomato. Means here person every time, person every time, need to change in 3 places, no? Where? Line number 18, line number 19, and line number 26 also. Is it good practice? Okay, is it good practice?
No, sir.
No,
sir.
yeah. Now in this case, I want to collect. Okay, so I want to collect all these classes under a common heading. Okay, what is the common heading? Yeah, all these are food order websites, no? All these are food
Yes.
order websites.
Yes.
Now I'm going to create one super class for all these classes. Okay, so see here, my next example is this one. Yeah, now I created what? Class food order. Okay, class food order. Here name is order. Here I defined one method order. Here you can order food with some default implementation I given here like this. Okay, now I forced every class to extend this class. Okay, yeah, Swiggy extended. Okay, inherited from food order. Okay, and Zomato and Food Panda. Now food order, food order, food order. Here Swiggy, Zomato, Food Panda. These 3 are subclasses of the food order. Okay, but no class. Okay, no class implemented this order method. Okay, now I want to force. Okay, now I want to force every class. Okay, every class to override the same method. Okay, override the same method order. Okay. Yeah. Now see here. Actually, here one problem is gets resolved. What is that? Here food in person class we have food order. No. Okay. Food order. No. Yeah. In food order in previous example we should give Zomato or Swiggy or Food Panda. Okay. Every time we need to change here the parameter, but here this time we no need to change the parameter. Why? Because here food order. Okay. Food order is a base class for all the classes. Okay. All Swiggy, Zomato and Food Panda. Now, if you pass here Swiggy, okay. If you pass here Swiggy, okay, it is capable of holding the Swiggy. Why? Because here Swiggy is a subclass of the food order. And you can also change here Zomato also. Okay. Zomato also. Okay. Now this food order is also capable of holding Zomato also, because Zomato is also inherited from food order. Okay. Now here you no need to change. Here you no need to change anything. Here now what I need to do here is, if order contains the instance of Food Panda, now I'm going to call, okay, I'm going to call method from Food Panda. If it is contain Food Panda, for suppose if it is contain Swiggy, then I'm going to call, okay, method from Swiggy. Okay. Next, you can also write one more method. If, okay, so order, okay, order instance of Food Panda is over Zomato, no, remaining to Zomato. Yeah. Now new Zomato dot, okay, so Zomato order like this. For suppose your class food order class has 100 subclasses, then you need to write 100, okay, what this kind of, okay, this kind of what condition,
Instance of statements.
yeah. Is it good practice?
No, sir.
No, it's not
No.
extensible also.
Yeah. So what is the reason here? Why we need to check like this? Because here your super class given one method, this method knows no subclass is what implemented this order method. So that is the what main reason for this. Now I want to force every class to implement this order method only. Okay, order method only. Okay. Now instead of giving this, okay, order method with some implementation, I'm giving it as empty. I want to give it as empty. Means I don't want to give. Okay, I don't want to give what so implementation for order method. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm giving it as a empty. Okay, I'm giving it as a empty. Okay, so for suppose I have 3 bottles, okay, with full of water. Okay, my friend came to me, okay, and he asked for water bottle. Okay, I given to him. Okay, but his requirement is he want to fill the water bottle with petrol. Okay, now he is going to pour the water outside in front of me only, and he is going to fill with petrol. So next time some other person came to me. Okay, he is asking for the bottle. Okay, now what I will do, instead of giving, okay, water bottle with full of water, just I will give, okay, empty bottle. Then he will fill with his requirement. Like he want to fill with the petrol, he can fill with the petrol or water. Okay, water whatever he want to fill in the water bottle, he can fill. Okay, so instead of giving, same thing here. Instead of giving here full, okay, implementation of the order, what I'm doing is I'm giving empty implementation. But every subclass should use this order only. Okay, method overriding is possible, no? Okay, same, okay, signature can be used in subclass. Okay, it is possible. Now what I'm doing is here, see, Okay, here now instead of giving some implementation for this order, I'm making it as abstract. So abstract method does not contain any implementation. So that's why we should use semicolon here. So if it is not abstract, then we should provide some implementation like this. We should use this. Okay, open brace and close brace, and you can write some implementation in between these two braces if it is concrete method. So if it is abstract method, there is no implementation. That's why you should give semicolon after the abstract method like this. Already previously I said, if any class has at least one abstract method, then your class become abstract. Okay, already I said. Okay, now I'm forcing every class to override this order method. For suppose if your class not override this order method, what happened? Swiggy order I given. See here, you add unimplemented methods. Okay, so whenever you extend any abstract class, you should override whatever the abstract methods in the that abstract class. Otherwise your class also become abstract. Okay, whenever you extend any abstract class, first you should override whatever the abstract methods in the abstract class, that particular abstract class. Otherwise your class also become abstract class. Okay, see here. Yeah, now I'm going to remove this. Yeah, see, order. Okay, you ordered from Swiggy. Okay, next this Zomato class is also extended from food order. Okay, it is also using same order. Okay, you ordered from Zomato. So here method is same. Okay, method is same, but here the implementation is different. See here, messages. Please see here, line number 7, line number 12. Okay, line number 12 and line number 18. Yeah, see, you ordered from Food Panda. Yeah, now here public void food order. Okay, now see here, order. That's it. Okay, order. You no need to change these two lines now. Okay, these two lines now. Okay, so here food order means order means at compile time order method from super class means food order class. Okay, now at runtime see here, person food order new Swiggy. Okay, new Swiggy means here you are passing what new Swiggy means here Swiggy is a subclass of the food order. No, now here it is instantiated with what Swiggy class. Okay, Swiggy class object. Now order means now you tell me which order is going to call, which order, line number 6 or 11 or 16?
Swiggy's, right? That is 6.
Yeah, yes, you ordered from Swiggy. Okay, yeah, now see here, you ordered from Swiggy. Now simply I'm going to change only line number 30 only. You no need to change here line number 21 and 22. Okay, simply I'm going to change Zomato. See, now you ordered from Zomato. Now I'm going to change Food Panda. You ordered from Food Panda. Like this. See how program is made easy with abstract classes. See here, first here these are the classes. Okay, here I not collected classes together. Okay, so when to collect the classes together, these classes has similar functionality. Actually all are having similar functionality. What is the similar functionality? Okay, all are what food order classes. Okay, food order classes. Now I want to collect all these classes under a common heading by creating a superclass for all these classes like this in this example. Okay, but no, okay, subclass is following the order given by the superclass, food order. Now I want to force every class, okay, every class to follow this order only. Okay, so in order to do that, I'm making, okay, this order class, okay, this order class as abstract. Then every class should, okay, override this order method. Otherwise, your class also become abstract. Okay, so this is the very okay, good example for abstract classes. Okay,
so basically
so,
abstract 3.java, that is the right implementation, right? Because you switch between
yeah,
the two
yeah,
implementations. Okay, that is
just I want to show the difference. Okay, so without collecting the classes, by collecting the classes without abstract class, and by collecting the classes with abstract class, 3 levels.
Sir, from what I have understood so far, abstract class is made just so that I can force child classes to implement certain methods.
Yeah, and here we are providing loose coupling between the classes. So here in first example, okay, in first example, here there is a tight coupling between the person class and the remaining classes. See here, you need to change here, here, and here also. No, this line number 18, line number 19, and line number 26 also. In second example, okay, if you don't use this food order as super class for all the classes, you need to change here. Okay, you need to change here, here, and here. If you use a super class for all these classes, okay, you no need to change here. Sorry, you no need to change here, because super class can hold subclass object. Subclass reference variable can hold any of its subclass object. So here you no need to change. Okay, you no need to you need to change here and here. Okay, if you force your subclasses to implement certain method, then what happened? All are, okay, using the same method order. Then you no need to touch this one. Just you need to touch this one. 3 levels. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if anybody have doubts, you can ask.
So suppose I make the class A as an abstract and class B is the extent of class A, then all the method that in class A as a abstract, I have to define it under class B also, all the method, or any one or two, it's okay.
1 second, can you tell me, can you repeat 1 second? Class A is there, okay.
Class A is the abstract class.
Okay, abstract class, okay, yeah.
Now there is a class B which extends class A.
Okay, so class B. So it is normal class, not abstract, no? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extends A.
Sorry, extends A, yeah. Extends
Okay.
A, yeah.
Now under class A, there is 3 methods.
Okay. Okay, three methods, okay. Sure. Okay, how many abstract methods and how many concrete methods?
No, all 3 are abstract methods.
Yeah, then you should override all the methods in the class B.
Oh, then what? All the method. That's the okay. That's my question. And another one, sir. Go back to the previous example.
Okay.
And where you would write the if loop, the if condition.
Oh yeah, here.
Where is this? No. If condition. If. Yeah. Sir, if you can explain that line number 25, then 27.
Okay.
This new food panda dot food panda order, this part.
Okay, this one. Okay. See here, actually, So here new food panda means it is an object of food panda class. Here I am not assigning this object to any reference variable. Directly I am calling like this. It is also possible. Actually, you need to create an object like food panda. F is equal to new food panda f. After that, you need to you should call f dot food panda utter like that. Okay. So in order to reduce one line, you can also call like this new food panda dot food panda utter. So this is called anonymous object.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, shall I move to next part?
Yes.
Okay. So next one is interfaces. Yeah.
Some background.
Okay. I don't know. It is. I'm also hearing same thing. Okay. Now it is fine. See here, interface. What is interface? Okay. An interface is a purely abstract class. Okay. Means actually up to Java 1.7. So interface contains only abstract methods. Only abstract methods. And if you want to define any variable in your interface, that should be final. Okay, that should be final. Means see here, if you take any interface, okay, so interface is defined by using interface keyword. Okay, so if you want to define a class, you are going to use class keyword, no? So class, okay, class name, okay, like that, no? So here also interface for suppose A, like this, okay, and so all methods should be abstract, public, abstract, okay, void, okay, show, like this, okay. See here in interface point of view. So if you forget to give these two, compiler won't show anything, any error. Okay, any error. Automatically it will add public abstract before, okay, before the method. Okay, in interface point of view only. Okay, if it is interface, if you forget to give these two things, public abstract, automatically compiler will add at compile time. Okay, so for suppose it is a class, see here, it is a class, and yeah, even it is abstract, okay, even it is abstract. So if you write like this, void show, okay, definitely it will generate the compile time error, because you should mention this thing, okay, abstract void show like this, okay, because it is what, it is a class, okay, because it is a class, okay. So in class point of view, okay, you should give abstract, okay, keyword before the method, okay. And in interface point of view, if you forget to give abstract and public before the method, then automatically compiler will add, because here interface, okay, in interface point of view, okay, so you no need to add this public abstract before the abstract method, okay. And if you want to define any variable, okay, that should be public static final, okay. So int a is equal like this, and you no need to give these things, these things, public static final, okay, public static final. Automatically your compiler is going to add. So if you forget to give any of these three okay, keywords before a variable, for suppose I forget to give final, automatically your compiler will add. For suppose I missed this static, automatically compiler will add, okay. So here interface is purely abstract class up to 1.7, okay. So other than, okay, abstract method, you cannot write anything in the any other methods in the, okay, interface, okay. So all methods are abstract by default. So if you forget to give abstract before the method, then automatically your compiler will add, okay. All data members are final by default, okay. Next, if any class implement, okay, an interface, okay, it should provide concrete code for each abstract method. Okay, so in previous example, okay, if any class extended from abstract class, okay, extended from abstract class, first we need to override all methods, okay, all methods in the abstract class. Already I said no, same thing here. So if you implement, okay, if you implement any interface, okay, actually, for suppose here class B, so abstract class B, okay, abstract class B, okay, and class C, okay, class C. So if you want to extend a class, okay, extend a class, you should use extends keyword. Okay, so if you want to, okay, use this interface in your class, then you should use implements keyword. Okay, because here class and interface both are same. So here you should use the implements keyword. Okay, implements a like this. Okay, so whenever you implement any interface, then you should override. Okay, you should override all abstract methods in the interface. Okay, so here, see here, public abstract void show. So you should override this show method here. Otherwise, your class also become abstract. Okay, public void show. You should provide the default implementation. Sorry, some implementation for this show method like this. Public void show. Otherwise, your class become abstract. At compile time, it will generate an error if you try to, okay, override this method. Okay, yeah. Now,
Sir, can you repeat what you said last 10 seconds?
okay, see here, if you forget to, okay, if you forget to override this show method, okay, if you forget to override this show method, then your class also become abstract.
Okay, sir. I have one minor question.
Okay.
So this interface and implementation is about subtyping and subclasses. That's the same thing from week 1, which we are referring to right now.
Subtyping.
Yes.
Okay.
So I asked a question.
Yeah.
Discourse
Yeah.
forums, is the difference between subtyping and subclasses. So I believe the answer is to do with interfaces and to do with implementations. So when it is just about interfaces, it will be subtype, and when it is about implementations, when it is about implementations, it will be subtyping, and when it is otherwise, it is inheritance and subclasses. So this is the same interfaces which we were referring to in week 1.
Yes.
I don't think so. I don't think so. See, the thing is, here, no, the interface was like what we were talking about were the function headers and all that, right? When the function signature, no? So function, say for instance, you have function is the entity that you're talking about. Then it is interface is the signature which the user gets to see. The user need not know what is there inside the function, right? So we are invoking many functions, built-in functions given by Java packages, right? There we do not know the exact implementation. So for instance, a simple sort function, suppose the collection dot sort, which is coming later. We don't know how the sorting is implemented inside, but what we know is that the signature, like what we will return and what are the parameters that will take. So that interface is kind of different from this interface. And there again, this is my understanding, okay? And then maybe if I'll just check once again and let you know, but I think this is a different terminology. And there, the implementation is actually what exactly does that function does. And here the implementation, the implements is actually a keyword, which means that you are going to, you are going to inherit all the property, or not really inheriting, but you're going to have all the properties of that particular interface. That's the implements keyword meaning.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Got it, no? Yeah, thanks.
Sir, what is the meaning of by interface? We can support the functionality of multiple inheritance.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Okay, with an example. Okay, so one by one I will explain with the programs. Okay. Yeah, coming to interfaces. So your question is second. This one, no, classes can implement multiple interfaces. This one only, no.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Actually, at class level, multiple inheritance is not possible, but at interface level, it is possible. Okay, I'll tell you why. Okay. Yeah. See here. So this is an interface example. So interface A and interface B. See here, int A is equal to 0. I given
So
like
before
this
that, just one small clarification.
Okay.
So far, what we know, the parent class, if it is the abstract class, the child class will extend the parent class all this method. But is it possible that the child class, that the class I have extend from, that is the abstract one and the parent is the normal class? Is it possible?
It is possible, I think. So shall we write? Here you're asking like class A. So class A means parent class. You want parent class to be concrete class, and the subclass to be
abstract one.
Yeah, abstract one. It is possible like, okay, extends A. Yeah, it is possible.
Then the means all the abstract method in B, there is no need to means that cannot be right. I need not to be right to A again.
Okay. I got your point. For suppose here abstract void show. Okay. Here you no need to override. Okay. You no need to override the show method in A, because whenever you extend abstract class, then only its subclass should be override these abstract methods in subclass. Okay. So here parent class no need to override these things. Okay. Even it is abstract. Even it is abstract, no need to override. For suppose here public void. Public void f1 is there. F1. Okay. Now subclass. Sorry. Here subclass should override. Okay. Subclass should override this F1, but it is not giving any error. Why? Because here already you given what abstract before the class, no? So that's why it is not giving any error. For suppose, if you remove this thing before this, I'm making it as like this. Yeah. Now it is giving what error. Okay. Now your superclass is forcing to implement this method in your subclass.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, good question actually. Yeah. Okay.
One doubt I have.
Okay.
Sir, you said if class if a class has many methods, and if one of those such method is an abstract method, then the class should be mentioned as abstract.
Yes.
But instead of that, I was thinking the other way, sir. Like if a class has so many methods, including concrete methods and abstract methods, to access the concrete, so the main class need not be marked as abstract. It can be public, so that you can access the concrete method inside. You can you cannot access the abstract method mentioned inside. You can access the concrete method so long that main class is public, sir. If it's if the main class is marked as abstract, how can you access the concrete methods inside? I thought I have understood it in the other way. because if a class has more methods, and you mentioned that if one such method is an abstract, even if one method is abstract method, then the class has to be marked as abstract.
Yes, definitely.
I beg to differ in my understanding. What I thought was logically, like if a class has many methods and one is an abstract method, one is a public method, you can access that public method only if the main class is not a public class. If main class is abstract, how can you access the public method inside the abstract class? That's what is my understanding.
Okay, this is
you're telling the reverse, which my brain is not accepting that reverse logic. That's what.
Okay, so
I hope you got my doubts, sir. Like,
Srinath, so what you're asking is like even if it contains abstract methods, it need not be declared as abstract. Is that correct?
No, yes. I was thinking like if there are 4 methods inside a class and there are 2, there is one abstract method, there is public method, there is private method. So if you to access the other methods like public, private, and all, you need to have the main class. Public, like if main class is marked as abstract,
no, that's not correct. That's not correct. No, even if you have one abstract method, the class is declared as abstract only. And if you want to extract those concrete methods, you have to have a subclass, and then you can have an object of the parent class and access it. That's it.
No, would it not be good to have the main class as public so that you can go and access the other methods?
Public and abstract are like not interrelated. Like you can have a public abstract class, you can have a non-public abstract class. I mean, a default, the one that is shown in the screen, right? That is actually a default abstract class. It's not a public abstract class, right? So the access modifier is different, is probably not what you're talking about.
Okay.
You're referring to something like, even if it is a simple class A, right? Without the abstract modifier, we should be able to, I mean, we should have the provision wherein we are able to say class A, inside which there are few abstract methods, and I'm able to instantiate A and call just the concrete methods. That's what you're trying to say, right?
Yes. Because if in the initially, if you declare the class as abstract, then it's invisible. The whatever inside is invisible. So how can you access the concrete method stated inside that class?
It's not invisible. See, it is not invisible. It's just that it cannot be instantiated, right? So if you have to access those concrete methods, then the classes inside. So what is the purpose of an abstract class?
Abstract class is some what do you call sensitive things are there inside, which
that is not, that is private. That is, see, something, anything is sensitive, anything is a restricted access, that is not abstract. Abstraction means that there is some level of abstraction, there is some level of there is something which is not clear, which has to be something which has to be overridden, which has to be necessarily defined before this whole template can be made use of.
Okay, different levels of access. Okay.
So one level, yeah.
You right now mentioned default abstract class and public abstract class. I always assumed that default was public.
No, default is not public. Default is accessed within the package, within all the files inside that folder, right? The physical folder of that, the current folder is existing. So the current file belongs to a particular folder. Whatever file, Java files are inside that particular folder has access. That is a default access, and that we call as a package access otherwise. Public is something which can be accessed even from outside that folder.
So outside the package also public can be accessed.
Correct. That's correct.
Okay, ma'am.
Public and default are different. So these access modifiers will come later. So we didn't want to confuse you with these things much earlier on. So in some of the assignment questions, we have given all the classes as public classes so that you can put each of them in separate Java files and try it out. But see, there are certain conditions like, if you want to write it in all the classes inside one particular Java file, then you can have only one public class, and the name of that class has to be the name of the Java file. All these conditions are there, right? So the access modifiers, I think it's coming later week. I'm not sure exactly when. So that is kind of different. So this is default access is different.
So in case of interfaces, public, static, or public abstract is implicit. So that will become default in case of interfaces, but in classes, it's not so.
Classes, it is not so. Yeah. Interfaces, it will be by default, right? Classes, it is not.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
carry on.
Shall I continue with the discussion? Oh, okay, ma'am. Thank you. Okay. See here interface A and interface B. Okay. So these are the two interfaces I defined in my program. See here, int A is equal to 0 I given. Okay. So here I not given anything before. Okay. This int A is equal to 0. See here I given public static final. These three things I given before the variable declaration. See here, it is not giving any error. Here also public abstract void display. Here public abstract I preceded with the method declaration, but here I not mentioned, but it is not giving any error. Okay, for suppose here instead of instead of abstract class. See, even it is abstract class. Okay, even it is abstract class, void show. Okay, actually you given semicolon here because it is abstract class. Sorry, abstract method. Okay, but in class point of view, abstract class point of view, you should mention abstract method explicitly. Explicitly. Okay, so otherwise your compiler will give compile time error like this. Okay, if it is interface, your Java compiler will automatically add these things. Okay, yeah. Now for suppose, sir, you said automatically it will add public static final before this variable declaration. Okay, so how, sir? Okay, so I want to know. See, should declare like this without initialization. See, int A. So if you declare any variable as final, okay, then you should initialize that variable. Otherwise, your compiler will generate an error. See here, your compiler is giving error. The blank final field may not be initialized. Actually, here you not mentioned any final keyword before the variable declaration. See, are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
Error. One second. I will show you. Yeah. See, the blank final field A may not have been initialized. Okay, final field should be declared with initialization. Okay, so final field cannot be changed further. Okay, so that's why should be here. Okay, so this is what interface declaration. Okay, so if you want to declare any variable, you should initialize it, because by default every variable in an interface is by default public static final. Okay, and every method is public abstract by default. Even if you forget to mention public abstract, automatically your compiler will add. Okay, I hope it is clear as per syntax. Is it okay? Yeah. I hope it is clear, and I'm going to next one. Yeah, see here. Yeah, previously one guy asked this question. Okay, sir, can you explain this thing? Classes can implement multiple interfaces. Yeah, see here. Here I have interface A and interface B. Okay, so at class level, multiple inheritance is not possible, but you cannot extend more than one class, but you can implement multiple interfaces into the class. It is possible in Java. Why? Because classes has implementation. Okay, classes has implementation. of the method, but interfaces does not contain the implementation. Okay, so your subclass is going to provide the implementation, no? So that's why there is no what we call confusion. Okay, there is no confusion. For suppose here void show is there, here also void show is there. Both are abstract. Okay, there is no implementation. Okay, in A and B, both are having same method. Okay, okay. Anyhow, your implemented class should override this show method. Okay, like this public void show. It is going to write whatever the for suppose this out here show method. Okay, show method like this. Okay, so if you create an object for this IMPL and if you call show method directly, it is going to call from the implemented class directly. For suppose these two are the normal classes. Okay, normal classes. Okay, here show is there, here also show is there with some implementation, Okay, now if you call this show method, from where it is going to call? Okay, you created an object for IMPL and you are calling show method. Okay, your both parent classes has same show method. Here there is a confusion. Okay, from where to call the, from which class? Okay, this show method should call from which class? Okay, here there is no show method. Okay, for example, here A and B are the classes, and here A is having show method and B is also having show method. Now you created an object for IMPL class. Okay, now you called show method. Okay, here IMPL is a subclass of A and B. Okay, A and B. So here subclass does not contain show method. Now it is going to refer it's a superclass. Now which superclass? From which superclass show method call? Okay, there is a confusion. Okay, so that's why multiple inheritance is not possible at class level. Okay, at interface level is possible because interfaces does not contain what? Implementation. Okay, anyhow subclass will provide what? Implementation for the abstract class in the implemented class. So directly, whenever you call show method, it is directly going to call from the implemented class. Okay, is it clear?
Sir, this interface A and B, whatever method I am putting inside the interface A and B, when I am creating an object class IMPL implements AB, then all the methods which present in under A and B I have to write here.
Yeah, we should override. See,
all the method.
Yeah, whatever the methods in the interface A and B, all should override. All abstract methods. All abstract methods. Yeah, from Java 1.8 onwards, you can also write default and static methods also. Apart from default and static, you should override each and every abstract methods present in the A and B in its implemented class IMPL.
Okay.
Okay, is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
So sir, in this case, when you create the object of implementation class, that show method in the implementation class will not override that show method in the interface A. You're saying like only the abstract methods in the interface will be overridden if we create an object of the implementation class. But in this case, the interface A doesn't have an abstract method called show. So when you create an object of the implementation class, this is this show method inside implementation class will be handled separately. It's not like a overriding of that show method mentioned in the interface A.
Yeah, Srinath, I get your question. So inside interface A, you have a method void show, and you're saying that because it does not have the modifier abstract, it need not be overridden, is what you're saying, is it?
Yes, yes.
No, that's not correct. See, by default, all the methods inside the interface are abstract. Whether you give the modifier or not, it's still abstract. If you want to specifically say that this is a static method or a default method, then you have to use those keywords. Otherwise, by default, see whether, and Anand, can you just scroll a little above?
Yes.
So Anand, just wanted to clarify with you also that line number 4, that void show method is still an abstract method, right? Even
Yes,
though
ma'am.
the word abstract is not there, it's
Yes.
by default abstract, right?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
It
the
need
idea.
not be mentioned.
Yeah, it need not be mentioned. So both these methods are abstract. So if you want to specifically say that it is not an abstract method, then you have to use either the static or the default modifiers.
Okay.
Okay. This is Srinivasan here. Maybe a silly question. So I'm a C person, so trying to learn Java. So can I say that line number 4 is more like a declaration of show, and line number 13 is actually the definition of show?
Yes.
Is it an equivalent
Yeah,
kind
it's
of an
almost,
analogy?
yeah, you almost like that. Yeah. See, but yeah, you cannot compare it exactly like C's, but yes, see, in C, it is mandatory to have some definition, right? Before it is used, you know?
That's right. Yeah. So that way,
Yeah, but here, if it is implementing something, even then it may not be there in the parent interface. The class IMPL can still have a new method which is not there, which is not defined anywhere earlier. See, class AMPL can have a method show even if it was not there in line number 4.
I understand. So that's why,
yeah.
To the compiler, line number 4 just says that there should be a show implemented in whenever the class is defined. So it doesn't do any particular
any class that any non-abstract class that implements the interface A must have the method show overridden. Must have a definition of show.
And is it possible at all to put anything in the code in line 4? No, right?
Sorry, is it possible to have anything?
Can I just put any actual executable statements in line 4 within curly braces? Like, is it even possible?
No, it will give definitely error. Because you should mention if it is not abstract. Okay. So if you give like this, it should be other than abstract. No, then you should give either default or static before this, like this.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Next, already I said. Okay. For suppose here show is a abstract method, and I want to repeat same show abstract method here also. Okay, so these two are abstract methods. Okay, here for suppose show is there, and I want to repeat show same here. Sorry, same here. Okay, so no error will be generated. Okay, so no here void show. Okay, so now for suppose these two are default methods. These two are default methods, means some implementation is given in interface A and interface B. Now you implemented interface A and interface B into some class IMPL. Then your IMPL class should override show method in this case. If these two are abstract, no problem. Okay, no problem. But if this show method is default method in interface A and interface B, okay, interface A and interface B, okay, then your subclass, this your implemented class should override this show method. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. I have a doubt. It is related to my earlier question and what you're showing right now, which ma'am had answered, and I had asked about interfaces implement subtyping and subclassing. So while during the past 10-15 minutes, I was just going through some random sources on the internet. I came across a statement which said interface is about subtyping without inheritance. Can we expand upon this statement, sir? If I didn't understand it very well, but if we go through your code, can we create subtypes
using interfaces without actually inheriting any of the parent class's code. Is that what interfaces is about right now?
So Srinath, I'm not sure which contact. I think I'm answering Srinath's question, right?
No, ma'am, I'm not the one who is posing the question.
Vivek
Who posted
here.
the question? Vivek. Okay, sorry, Srinath. Sorry. Okay, Vivek. I guess I'm okay. See, the thing is, like, I'm not sure what exactly the source you're quoting from. If we can just put in the discourse, we'll try to answer. See, all these kind of terms and terminologies, right? They are quite intermixed and all that. So we don't want to explain anything which we are unsure about. So please quote the context and give it in the discourse, and we'll try to answer it there. Okay.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Okay.
Sir, you're about to answer that question, no, sir? If it is mentioned as default method in the interface.
Yeah, I'm explaining in this.
Yes,
program.
yes, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Shall I continue?
Yeah, please.
Okay, ma'am. So here interface A and interface B. For suppose here display. These two are okay. These two are okay. What we call abstract methods. Okay, abstract methods. Okay, so no problem. But if these two are these two are default methods. Okay, these two are default methods. Then your subclass, subclass means here your implemented class should provide, should override this display method. Okay, should override this display method. Why? Because these two are what? So default methods. So whenever you create an object, okay, for IMPL class, and you call display method, okay, you call display method, okay, both are having what? Some default implementation. But here there is a confusion. From which interface? Both are the, okay, these both interfaces are implemented from implemented in the IMPL class. Okay, so if you create an object for IMPL and if you call display method without overriding it, okay, from which interface it should call? So there is a confusion because interface A has the display method and interface B also has the display method. Both are having the display method. So there is a confusion. So that's why, okay, that's why. So whenever, okay, both interfaces, okay, like this, okay, has same default methods, okay, same default methods, then its implemented class should override that default method. For suppose these two are different default methods, means this is show and this is display. Then here class IMPL no need to override this display and here show. Okay, no need to override this display and show. Okay, because these two are different display methods. Different methods. So whenever, okay, both interfaces has same default methods, then only its implemented class should override that method. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, this is another point. And here in previous term, one student asked the question, sir, here I overridden this display method, no, but I want to use this class A or class B default functionality also. Sir, how is it possible, sir? Okay, is it possible, sir? Yes, it is possible. Okay, so in case of inheritance, just you should use super class. Okay, so super keyword. Okay, it refers to the super class object. Super dot display means it is going to call super class display. Okay, super class method display, but it is not like method, no, it is not like class, no. So this is interface. So that's why we should call like this in interface point of view, a dot super dot display, like this. Okay, for suppose it is a class A. Okay, you extended this class into IMPL class and you are going to override this display method. Okay, then I want, okay, display method from super class also. Then you should call super dot display, like that in inheritance point of view. Okay, now in interfaces point of view, okay, if you want to use Okay, existing functionality from the interface. Okay, you should call like this, a dot super dot display, like this, because it is not like a implemented class. No, this is interface. So that's why you should call b dot super dot display, like this. Is it clear?
Yes.
Sir, in line number 14, sorry, in line number 13, that display method inside the implementation class, that has actually overridden the display method of the previous two interfaces, sir.
Yes, yes.
It's a overridden only, or it's been seen as separate method, which
No,
is
it
only
is
within
overridden only. It is overridden.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So like this, and if you want to use the, okay, so if you want to use the functionality given by the interface, then you should use that implementation like this, a dot super dot display, like this. Okay, not only display method. Okay, you can if you have another method, that method also you can call like this. Okay, for suppose show is there. Okay, you can also call a dot super dot show, like that. Okay, is it clear? You can also write static methods also. Static void show in an interface from Java 1.8 onwards. Okay, so before Java 1.8, if you try to write like this, it will generate compile time error for sure. Okay, yeah, somebody asking some question. Yeah, you can ask.
So I was asking, if we just give super dot display, what will happen?
It will generate compile time error.
What error will it give? Ambiguous. What will happen?
No. See, method display undefined for the type object.
Okay.
Okay, you can also define static methods also, like this. Okay, Senil Nair raised hand. Yeah, Senil Nair.
Sir, I have a question. If we have default of static methods in both the classes, both the interfaces that we're implementing, then we necessarily have to override them, right?
Okay, so same static method you want to write in
both the interfaces. For example,
yeah, I will. Yeah. Show, yeah. Copy. Paste. Yeah, you no need to override. Okay, you no need to override, and you can directly call using the this interface name. Okay, as we know that static methods, we no need to create an object. Okay, directly you can call with the class reference. Sorry, directly you can call with the class name. Okay, so here it is defined in the interface, no? So directly you can call. Okay, a dot show means it is going to call from the interface A. Sorry, here I need to change. Sorry, show B. And you can call here directly like a dot show, and here b dot show, because these two are static, so you no need to create an object.
What if we do obj dot show?
If you try to call obj dot show, right? Yeah, no, it is not possible. Okay, static method you should call directly using its interface name. See, obj dot, obj dot, see. So it is not showing any show like this possibility.
Rather than trying to play around with the syntax, he tried to understand the concept. Okay, see, the static is something which is associated with the class as a whole, which is applicable to all the objects of the class. That's it. So it's not specific to an instance, it's specific for the whole class. So it does not make sense to have an object calling it. Got it. And that is why we call it like the modifier static in itself means that that is something specific for the class and not a specific instance. So it is pointless to actually try to invoke the method from an instance.
So we always have to mention the class we are referring to. We are always supposed to mention the class.
Yeah, class name dot method is how we invoke a static method. The same with variable also. If it's a static variable, again you have to use the class name dot that variable name.
Okay, what if we have a default method in both the interfaces, the same, and we don't override it? For example, A and B both have the same default method display, and we don't override it in the class that implements it.
Which method will it invoke? Like if I'm creating an object of say IMPL and I'm trying to invoke the method, which one should it invoke?
Yeah, that is my question. If we don't have void display overridden in the implementation.
Implementation inside IMPL class, right?
Yeah. So which default method should it go to?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the compiler doesn't know, and that's why you cannot go without overriding that. You have to override the display method if you have the same method inside, same default method inside both the interfaces from which IMPL is implementing. If IMPL is implementing from two classes and two interfaces, and both of them have the same default method, then when the method is being invoked inside when by an object of that IMPL class, we have no way, the system has no way to know which method to invoke. So if there are methods with the same name, which are default inside two interfaces, then that has to be necessarily overridden in the class which implements both the interfaces.
Okay.
So Anand, can you remove the display implementation? If you can you just comment the whole thing? Yeah.
Yeah, as of now, I'm removing them.
Point them. Duplicate default methods name display with parameters. You can see that, no? Snehal?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand now, right? It doesn't allow even compilation phase. It's not even a runtime error. It's a compilation error. It doesn't allow you to compile.
Yes, ma'am. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, then carry on.
Okay. Okay, interfaces, I think it is clear now. Shall I move to next topic?
Yes.
Okay, so next one is private classes. Okay.
So Anand, I think this will need a little bit of detailed explanation. So shall we save it for Saturday?
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
I think if we started, we won't be able to finish it in like 15 minutes or then you go beyond that.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it possible to take one more in between Saturday?
See, the problem is there are so many diploma sessions happening in parallel. So it's very difficult for us to get, like there are 12 diploma courses happening now, right? So there will be some overlap happening somewhere, but we will definitely check, like maybe we can try to have one session on Thursday or something.
Yeah, otherwise it will be difficult. Because I thought in the Saturday we should do some programming.
Yeah, that was one of the plans. But even otherwise, like, the callbacks and iterators, they're all there in week 4, right? Even that's going to take some time. So we'll try to find another slot and inform you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I think there is Mat 2 session also, which is going to happen at 8. So yeah, so Anand, I think we'll do it on Thursday. Like we'll see if we can have a slot on Thursday, and we'll do that on Thursday. Okay.
I mean, if in Thursday, at what time?
That's what. See, again, we have to check with the ops team to see, like, when we can have. So there's something like the evening time. What happens is I think there is DBMS which is happening in parallel. I'm not sure. There are other courses happening in parallel, so that's why we have to check with the ops team and schedule.
Okay, or if it no, it's not possible. Friday is also booked.
There are 12 diploma courses now, right? So some or the other course will always have the live session. So what we'll try to do is maybe if there is no slot in the evening, we'll try to have it during the daytime. I'm not sure how many of you can attend that time.
Daytime a little difficult.
Evening is better, is it?
Yeah. Even if it is a late night, no issue. If no one has.
See, yeah, we'll see and we'll discuss with the ops team and later. Okay.
Ma'am, for next time, can you tell us what are the more heavier parts we will try and prepare for the next session before we get into the session?
Watch all the videos, simple expectations. Very minimal expectations. Watch all the videos before coming into the session.
Okay, ma'am. Anything specific you want us to concentrate more upon?
Whatever the private classes, the callbacks and iterators will be addressed in the next session, right? So you can just go through the lectures and try to read up as much as possible, and also go through the activity questions, practice assignments and everything. So that will make our life also easy, right? I mean, so the moment we say something like the default methods are there, then you don't, I mean, you must necessarily override it. You will understand because sir has clearly explained it in the lectures, right? So such questions which are directly there in the lectures, we can avoid.
Ma'am, also, can we not have the session tomorrow because I have a lab assignment to submit tomorrow?
It's Wednesday, right?
So I have a MAD1 lab assignment, AppDev1.
No, what I'm asking is we were planning to have it on Thursday, not tomorrow.
I'm sorry, I've not been well, so I don't know what day we are upon right now. I have not been moving.
Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday. Yes, ma'am. Thursday is fine. Thursday onwards, any day is fine, ma'am.
So again, I mean, I'm just saying, like we are yet to check with the ops team. We'll check with the ops team and send you an announcement. Okay, the time and date.
Sure, ma'am.
May not be comfortable for everyone because that's again kind of an extra session. But yeah, as many as possible, we'll try as much as possible. We'll have it in the evening, and as many of you as possible, please join. Okay.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Sure. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
One last question. On the Saturday session, we will be looking at week 3 and week 4 again. We do have a session planned on Saturday, right?
A session on Saturday. See, we were kind of planning for some, hands-on coding. We can demonstrate on Replit some of the practice programming questions, right? Or we could also, that was one of the plans that we had. But because we had to cancel the Saturday session, we were a bit unsure. Now that you're requesting for an extra session, like we will see if we can have an extra session and go ahead with our plans for some programming on Saturday.
Yeah, nice.
I'm not sure whether I was answering to the question. Maybe.
Sorry, my question was that what is the focus of the session on Saturday, the planned one on Saturday?
Exactly. So if we have a session on Thursday, we will complete the private classes, the callbacks and the iterators on Thursday session, and we will work on some programming questions on Saturday. If we are not able to have a session on Thursday, then we will have these content like the private classes, callbacks and iterators covered on Saturday.
Thank you, got it. Yeah, hopefully we'll have Thursday session so that Saturday we can get some programming practice. Thank you.
I think Puneet has raised hand. Yeah, Puneet.
Very, very quick question. In the final static variable, why do we put static also? Isn't final enough?
Final means constant. Static means it is specific for the class, not for the object. Final is more like, say, suppose you want to use the variable pi. Okay, you can have a precision up to 9 decimal places or something, right? But you don't want to use this 3.14, etc., etc., etc. throughout the program. You have to use it in multiple places, and you don't want to use that. So you can just say, so final int pi equal to 3.14 something. You can initialize it so that you don't even accidentally, overwrite or something. And then you can use this pi throughout the program. That is more like the final. It's like a constant. Got it? No? Instead of using 3.14 throughout the program, you can declare it.
So static
the purpose of static is totally different.
Okay.
It is for, so it's like you can actually change the variable value, but it is for a class. For each object, whatever the class has, whatever we have updated using the class dot that variable name, that will be reflected for every instance of that class.
Okay, so
Something like a global variable, right? I mean, I can't say global variable because it's not global variable. It's something which is accessible by all the instances of that class.
okay, so I'm just threading it back to a practice assignment of last week. There was a question. How do we ensure that the output of the code is 100, right? So even final should work. This public final should work for that variable.
Don't know which question you're talking about.
Question number. If you don't have time today, we can do it on Saturday or Thursday or Saturday.
Tell me the question number. I will check
Number
it.
7. Yeah,
Number 7 is practice assignment number 7, is it?
Yes, PA3 number 7. Should I post it on
Here it is.
Discord?
This one, right? This question, no? Which is on the screen.
Right. It is. Just 1 second.
The screen, right?
Yes, I can. Yes, that's the one. So shouldn't public final int also work? First option.
But you are actually using data.max, no? You are not instantiating the class data, right?
Sorry.
See, in the system.out.println, you are actually saying data.max, right? You're not saying data d equal to new data and then d.max. You're not saying that.
Okay.
You are using data.max, not an instance of data.max. Not
So
clear?
how come the fourth option is correct then? How does that help? The only difference between first and fourth is the static, right?
Yeah. See, you cannot use data.max unless max is a static variable. Data is the name of the class.
Okay.
You have not instantiated data.
So static also helps in that. So
But it's not help. It is a property of being static.
okay, got it. Okay, that makes sense now. Thank you so much.
Even method names, say for instance, math.pow, right? Have you heard of that method? Okay,
Yes,
that's
the
a power
power,
function.
exponent power, right?
So that math class has the static method called POW. So every time you want to invoke the power method, you don't have to instantiate the math class and use it. You can just use math.pow.
Okay.
Puneet, there's the chat window in which there's a similar question which was asked. You might want to refer to the chat window as well.
Okay, I'll do that. I switched over from my mobile to my desktop, so I lost the chat sessions. But it's okay. I will now. I know what the concept is. I'll look for it. Thank you so much. Got it. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next session.
Thanks, everyone. I think we can wind up. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
You all. Bye.